We've come out this morning with no agenda, nothing really to talk about, just a clear mind, just to take in the countryside, taking the feeling, taking the experience. My mind is like a clean sheet hanging on a washing line. I kind of purposely have tried to clear my mind because I just wanted a day when we could come out and just really take in every little bit of the countryside, the feelings. It's a grey overcast day, but the clouds are high and they're very bright, as if the sun is behind them trying desperately to come through. It's very still, it's mild. The grass around me is moving, but the air around me doesn't seem to be. Like I say, it's mild and still. And it's been raining overnight, so it's got this beautiful petrichor smell of a new morning waking up. And it's quiet. It's quiet around here. There aren't many people. In fact, there are no people. There's a deer over to my right in the field, just watching us quietly. And it will get on with its grazing shortly. And it is gorgeous, and there's buttercups all around me, and I can't get over how warm it is. But apparently we're going into a heat wave in the UK shortly, in another week or so. And I think it's kind of almost a precursor to that. A little breeze has just picked up. A little breeze has just picked up, and it was really pleasant. There's a buzzard over to my left. It's just disappeared into a bank of trees. A huge bank of trees to my left. Molly is behind me. She's happy this morning. She walked a lot over the last couple of days, so her leg was playing her up last night. So we went to bed really early. We went to bed about 9 o'clock, and I read, and she slept, and she didn't want to get up this morning. And what I do now, I go downstairs and I leave her on the bed. I used to pick her up and take her downstairs, but now I leave her on the bed, because what she does is when she's ready to come down, she'll get off the bed on her own, which I'm not too happy about because it's high up, but if she feels confident, and then she sits at the top of the stairs and barks, and I hear her just do one bark, and then I go and I look up and she's sitting like a little pot dog at the top of the stairs waiting to be carried down. So we did that, and it seemed to work out this well this morning, and she seems to be quite happy. And it is a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm looking up the hill and what's called the Pigeon Tower, a tower built on top of the hill behind me, and it's in slight mist. The trees behind me aren't quite as sharp as the trees close to me, and then the trees beyond that, like a fold, and each fold into the distance getting more and more misty, like a well photoshopped picture of a wild countryside. And the birds in the trees all around me, in front, very directional, very omnidirectional. I can hear them, I can almost pick out which specific tree they're in, and they're quite loud, and because the air is still with very little noise, they're cutting through. The sound of them is cutting through beautifully. And this is perfect, because this is what I wanted to do today. I didn't want to go into any detail about any subject. I just wanted to talk about the day, to talk about the countryside, because I've got a couple of messages lately of people saying, we just find it so relaxing when you talk about walking through the countryside, just when you've had a bad day, when things aren't going quite right, when life's a bit of a hassle and a bustle. It's nice just to sit down with a drink. Hello, Molly. Molly's on another path over to my... And you see her? She's found another path to go on through the grass, and so she said, we're going to meet up in about 20 feet up here. And people say it's nice just to hear, sit and relax and listen to a description of the countryside. So that is what we're going to do today, people. And I hope you enjoy it, because I'm going to enjoy doing it. And I don't think we need to get serious on all of our little chats. There's time to just talk about nothing. There's time to just talk about the day, the world. The sun behind me is now trying to come through. I think the sun's going to come. I think we're going to have a lovely day. I think we're going to walk in the countryside. We've nothing planned. We've got things to do. I've got appointments to make at the dentist and the doctor and things like that. But they will keep. They will keep. All we've got to do today is enjoy ourselves. All we've got to do today is to tick off one more of those 25 to 29,000 days I was talking about, our time here on Earth. I'm going to tick off one of those today and say that was a great day, just being out in the countryside with nature, listening to the birds at the side of these beautiful bank of shrubs, and just watch the world go by, smell the world go by, listen to the world go by, feel the world go by. And it's a day where you've accomplished nothing and accomplished everything. I'm sure you will agree, because you're all sensible people, for the most part. For us, a year makes little difference, doesn't it? We come into the year, we live out in the year, we live throughout the year, and then we go off throughout the year, and nothing much has changed for us in our 70 years, 80 years of life. Nothing's changed. It's just another year to be marked on a calendar. But for the plants, for the flora, it's a different thing. Every year is like a trauma. Every year is a cycle of birth and death. Very quick, very brief, very violent in some cases. So we're kind of living in tandem. We're living our long, gentle, fairly mundane, very boring little lives, surrounded by vibrancy and trauma. And that's probably why the grass, the flowers, the trees are also vibrant and colourful and lush and glossy, because they're making the most they possibly can out of that brief life that they've got, that 12 months. Let's go for it, lads. We've got 12 months. Let's show them what we've got. And they certainly do, and it's certainly beautiful. And it's certainly the thing that people write poetry about, the thing that people write books about, sonnets about, songs about. It's inspirational. Few songs, few sonnets, few books are written about the real joy of life for the individual, but lots are written about the joy and the life of nature and the joy it brings to us. And I'm experiencing it here now. Just walking through a field, surrounded by trees, there's a light breeze. The temperature's going up and down. As the breeze comes and it cools down, the breeze drops, it warms up. It's just so interesting and vibrant. And if you take on board all those changes, that's what you've got to do. You've got to take them on board and think of them. Don't just walk through nature as if it's just a room around you with still, motionless, featureless objects. It's not. It's completely all alive. We're walking through this thing, I mean, if you could put a drone up there with some kind of sensor on that could sensitive enough to sense all life and different temperatures, not just the life, the warmth of a human body, you would get this massive picture of life moving, us moving through a landscape that's alive but stationary, but just moving a little bit, and us moving through it. Because it is, it's all alive. And there are things in it that are alive like us, all the mammals, all the creatures, all the lizards, all the insects, everything. Squirrels are legion round here. They're running across the fence posts, running through the grass. They kind of hang about. They're so tame, which I don't think is always a good thing. I've mentioned that before, but they'll stand till you get within a couple of feet of them, and then they will bound away and shoot up the tree trunks, and they send all the local dogs mad. And the deer are here too. And it's that time of year where they're here with the fawns. And again, they're getting too friendly. They stand in the grass and they will stand there and watch you until you're a few feet away, and then they scoot away through the grass silently. Have you ever noticed that with a lot of these animals, deer? They go through the grass without a sound. The grass moves, but it doesn't make a noise, as if it's in collaboration with them, as if it's covering for them. Don't worry, we won't say anything. You go that way. We'll keep our mouths shut. Isn't nature wonderful? And all this to a background of green, different hues of green, different shades across the countryside. Nothing but green. I love green. And it's interspersed with these banks of buttercups. Yes, it was a good idea to come out this morning and keep my mind clear as possible to take all this in, because just for the briefest time, just for our walk here in the countryside, it's been worth it. It just sets the tone for the day. A clean slate. Then you take on board good vibes. It's like just getting up in the morning and having that coffee or whatever just gives you those good vibes to start the day. Molly and I have started the day in the good vibes. We take it on board, and I know now for a fact, ladies and gentlemen, that my day is going to be peaceful and happy. I can guarantee it. And we hope you can guarantee it too. So thank you for joining us on this early morning wake up in the countryside. We shall see you on the flip. Peace and love.